welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about why it's important to celebrate other people's success and why it's a slippery slope with getting jealous and insecure about other people's success. So the biggest thing about why we should be celebrating success, the first thing, is that when we are jealous and insecure and we're feeling lack and we're not feeling good about hearing success from others, what that is it's triggering feelings within us that could even be buried, but buried feelings of insecurity, buried feelings of lack, of not feeling worthy, of not feeling good enough. And it's important to pay attention to these triggers and these feelings, because whatever happened to you growing up that you started to believe that you're not worthy, that's something that you can unravel and you can look at. And if none of you have done inner child healing, I would highly recommend that, because you're basically going back to like where you were and where these feelings started. And they all kind of really started around childhood. And that's where a lot of our core beliefs start to develop. So it's really important to look at that. And when we're getting triggered and jealous, and we're kind of not wishing well, we're mirroring that into our reality, because everything is consciousness and everything is energy. And if we're feeling lack, if we're feeling jealous and not sending good energy to someone that's successful, or just showing that they're successful, if we're getting triggered by that, we're just bringing that energy out into our own world, and we're going to keep seeing scenarios and keep experiencing scenarios where we don't feel fulfilled or successful, but other people around us seem to be successful. And again, success it's whatever you want it to be. It's not like, when I say that, I'm not talking about having lots of money and like a nice car and all this stuff. I mean, to some people, that's what it might mean. But, when you start to see people doing really well on social media and you start to feel a little bummed out, also keep in mind that like whatever people do on social media, everything is glorified. You're not seeing the full picture. You're seeing like the nicest photos, the nicest angle of like the food at dinner time, or like, the vacation that someone went on. And to be honest, like, shouldn't we want to wish people well? Because this world can be such a dark place. And here's my second point too, is that if we're wanting to wish people well in life and get excited for people's success, we're opening up our hearts to like bringing out more of that to ourselves in our own life. We're coming from a space of excitement and happiness, and then we're bringing that into ourselves because we're feeling excited and happy for someone else's success. So by doing that, we're like basically opening up to the fact that it's possible for us to be successful in whatever it is that we want to be successful in life for. And also, again, when I said social media really glorifies people's lives and things like that, it's so true. And we don't always know what that person has been through to get where they're at. They could have had the hardest life ever, and they could have really struggled and really had to work and really push and really heal and, really struggle to get where they're at. And I think that's something that we don't think about usually when we just see someone doing really well on social media or something. We kind of instantly feel a little bit insecure. And coming from my perspective, I love posting a lot on social media, and I post a lot of really positive things, or, I'm like either doing poetry or I'm doing tarot readings or videos, but I've really struggled in life, and I've had to go to a lot of therapy, and I've had to go to a lot of, I've had to seek out a lot of healing modalities, and I've had to understand psychology and my own psychology to really get through life. And I still really struggle with depression. It's something that I really suffer with. And so I've even noticed some people here and there that have commented on some of my stuff and like, oh, you're doing so well in life. And like, and I can almost pick up like some insecure stuff from other people. And it's like, you really don't understand like what someone's going through at the end of the day. And it's important to think about these things because, and the reason why I'm talking about this too is because it can be detrimental to our own mental health when we see other people and they seem like they're doing so well and we kind of feel like shit. We feel like we're going nowhere in life. Struggling with mental health or just not feeling like we're good enough or getting ahead. When we do see people that seem more successful around us, it can really amplify our shitty feelings. And that's kind of why I also wanted to bring up this video, is because it's important to realize that not everything is what it seems. There's like, especially what we see on social media, it's very glorified. Like, I'm not going to post about the horrible things that have happened into my life. Like, it's too private and uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So yeah, so you're not alone and you're where you're meant to be in life, and try to evaluate too what success means to you. Because if someone's like going hard and like rocking a party lifestyle in like Cancun and partying all the time, and you're starting to feel a bit insecure, like, think about this. Is that something that you would actually want for yourself? Like, what do you actually want for yourself in life? And start to live by those guidelines, because we might see these really fun experiences or these really cool things and then start to feel like we're not enough. But do we actually even want those things that other people have? Like, is that path even truly meant for us? And a lot of times our purpose in life comes from what's most meaningful to us, what we love, passions, desires. Really, like, anything that gives you a serious meaning in life is something that's worth striving towards. And because it's so meaningful to you and your soul, you can't really go wrong with that. And so there's no real like, you're successful or not. We're all just in a state of being, and whether we're feeling good or not, or we're in the places that we want to be, that's all just a part of the journey. And all we can do is focus on ourselves and focus on trying to make our life good for ourselves, and however that may look, right? And so to me, I think the most successful thing you can do is live a life that is authentic to you, and be authentic and get your needs met through that way, because that's how you start to feel fulfilled in life, is when you live in accordance to your deepest meanings, desires, passions, and you're authentic with that. Because if you play a character in life that isn't you, you're going to suffer, because it's not actually meant for you, if that makes sense. So, okay, so now I'll pull you some cards, beautiful collective, on what success is coming your way. What success is coming your way? Oh, gosh. We got the 9 of Swords and the Moon card. And yeah, I really do get this vibe that a lot of people are feeling this doom and gloom and this confusion to life and where we're going. Directionless. Some people, you guys are having, I'm getting a few messages. Hang on. So some of you are having nightmares about something that you're like not avoiding, but something that's eating at you that you need to really work through. Like, something is not right in a situation. And I think you're not feeling the, like, there's some underlining tone of you not feeling the greatest. And you've been playing the fool. You've been trying to like be lighthearted. You've been trying to just get by and kind of ignore what's lying underneath, but there is some pain underneath there. And I think you will find more strength in yourself when you start to tune into that and tune into, why are you feeling this way? What's causing this? And, you know, I'm not like a registered therapist or anything, but if that's something that might help you get through this situation or get more clarity, that could be something that you could look into. Even, like they do have a few free services, just even for this one situation. You could just have a therapist for like one particular situation. You don't need to keep going to therapy, but I find it to be very helpful personally for me to just get like a broader perspective on things. Now, for the other half of you, it's like, yes, it's the same situation kind of, but there's a lot of information coming through in your dreams. And I feel like a lot of you have subconsciously repressed certain things that would bring you a lot of success in your life, a lot of happiness, like something that means a lot to you. But I feel like, yeah, and then we have the Ten of Swords here and the Empress, and it's like you've been playing a character, as I mentioned before, about not being authentic. I think the universe is calling you to be more authentic and to go in the direction of your inner compass. You might have listened to a lot of people around you in influence of what to do with your life. Some of you are the type that are really cheery and bubbly on the surface, but you do have like a depressed side or a dark side. No judgment. Like I'm an Aries with a moon in Scorpio, so I'm literally like feeling super happy and super sad, like both. I'm just a ball of emotions, let's be honest. But with you guys, yeah, there's like something bubbling underneath the surface that's coming to light. And that's why you're having like sleep disturbances. Sleep disturbances. That's why you're having like nightmares. But you're also getting a lot of messages in your dreams. And there really is like this subconscious like way of being, or like this thing that would bring you fulfillment in life. Like it's it's like at the tip of your tongue, and it's like if you tuned into that, you'd be like, oh yeah, like that's so meaningful to me, or like this is who I truly am, or this is what's right for me. And a lot of you are being called to really step away and focus on yourself. And focus on that. Some of you need to be single again. Or some of you are focusing on being single. That's just like a side message for some of you. Like you're almost better off like being alone. But through that, you're actually going to meet people that will emotionally fulfill you. You just might need like a period of time of being on your own. But ultimately, the success that's coming in for you, because the Nine of Pentacles is also about reaping the rewards of the hard work that you put in. And so it's like going on this inner self journey and starting to explore your emotions and explore what these dreams or these anxious feelings are actually trying to tell you. There's some guidance there. A lot of the times our pain is trying to tell us that something's not right. And if we listen to that, it's a message for us. And then we can move into a direction that does feel right, that does feel better. And so really the success that's coming in is you working on yourself and getting really in tune with who you are and building a stronger relationship with yourself. And because of that, you're entering into this beautiful Empress energy. And the Empress, she does not chase, she attracts. And she attracts all the good things into her life. Master manifester. And we do have the Ten of Cups here as well. And then the Eight of Pentacles. So I do see you like working on something new. Very much to do with self, or something that's very, very meaningful to you, because we do have the Queen of Cups, and she is very emotionally advanced. She's very in tune with her emotions and who she is. She studies them closely, and she's very intuitive and loving and sweet and romantic. And also, side note, if anyone has suppressed this part of you, if you've suppressed a soft, sensitive, romantic side to you, well, guess what? This is your superpower. This is what's going to get you far in life. So, interestingly enough, maybe you grew up in a the type of household that that does not deal with feelings and communication. And it's like maybe you were shut down for feeling things growing up, and it's almost like feeling things are bad. But that's your superpower, baby, is getting in touch with your feelings and your intuition and following that and being okay with being sensitive. And your sensitivity is actually a superpower. You know, the more emotionally sensitive you are, the more psychic you are. And anyone can tap into that and develop that and practice that if you're willing to be open to it. And, you know, other people, it comes more naturally, especially if you tend to be a water sign, like a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You tend to be more intuitive and romantic and emotional because you feel everything so deeply, and that's beautiful. Some more success that's coming in for you is feeling stable. And some of you are glowing up in regards to your body too. So the women out there, you're taking better care of yourself. Your skin is starting to glow. Some of you have very voluptuous hips and you don't realize how beautiful you are, but there's a lot of people that are very attracted to you. And that's what's going to be coming in for you, is kind of the need to protect your energy, because there's going to be a lot of people that want to take you on dates. There's going to be a lot of people that want to be in your energy because you're magical. You're a magical being, and a lot of you are psychic and have crazy energy that way. And it's very attractive energy. Like once you become who you truly are and you be in your authentic state, you tend to become very magnetic and attractive. And I just see this big shift with you. There's going to be like either for some of you a solid new beginning, a new chapter of your life, but then also as you're taking a time out for yourself to kind of reevaluate your feelings, someone's going to be coming in with a solid offer for you. What's this about? Okay, yeah, so this is like, I pulled out the 5 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands, and it's, yeah, a lot of you have been feeling like in a lack mentality, a lack state, and this could even be portraying to like somebody, but I actually do see stability coming in, someone with a stable offer that's going to make you feel abundant. This person's currently working through stuff themselves, so they haven't been ready to come forward in the past. But yeah, for others of you, this new chapter, this new beginning, you're going to start to feel abundant in life. You're going to start to feel more satisfied with your life and more stable. And we have a lot of new things coming in for you. I did pull the Knight of Pentacles, so this is very promising, like where you're starting to take your life in a way that it's going to be very stable. It's going to have a long-term kind of direction for you, but it might happen a bit slower than you'd like. And it's because these kinds of things can't be rushed. There's a lot of mental blockages you have to work through. There might be people that are opposing you, could be controlling family members, certain relationships that aren't working out, or friendships that need to go, things that are conflicting with who you actually are. Like, are you somebody that actually likes to go drinking at the pub with friends, or do you want to change that and have more meaning in your life? And that might mean like hanging out with these people less. Or, you know, does your family want you to go and be like a doctor, but you want to do something else with your life? This is your life, and, you know, you're not going to be alive forever. And this is like, I've had a lot of death in my life, and I've had a lot of near-death experiences. And if there's one thing that I take from that, it's that this is your life and you should do with it what you will. As long as you're not hurting people, you deserve to live a good life that is suitable for your needs, ultimately at the end of the day, because we're all gonna end up at the same finish line in the end, you know? So yeah, don't waste your time playing a character that's not you, and find your own success through following your truth and your authenticity. Okay, my lovelies, that was your little spiel and reading today. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to give you one little... I love these little oracle cards. They're like cute little messages. So one more for the collective. Little message for you guys. We have celebrations. You are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. Can you guys see that? Oh my God, the lighting sucks. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I feel like that confirms it. So bless. All right, lovelies. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope this helped. And yeah, wishing you all the best in your own success. Take care. Bye.